Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to 251. I am your host, Keith Andrew, and I'm on here with Yasmine Modestine. And I just want to say thank you for being a guest on my talk show.
Thank you, Keith, for inviting me.
Now, for people who want to know what my talk show is about, the whole point of my talk show is to show people that even with having a learning disability, I can still overcome controversy and reach my goals in life. At the same time, I'm able to turn myself into a perfect example for people out there dealing with any types of learning disabilities and disabilities that you should never give up and to prove to people you can sim out to something. So that being said, half hour, 45 minutes of your time, see how it goes. And starting off, what can you tell us about yourself?
Oh my. But you want to know, I'm an artist, I'm French. You can hear it, I suppose. I'm an artist, I'm an actor and a musician, a singer-songwriter. I wrote a book as well. So, and I teach theatre as well.
Oh, that's really good. What can you tell us about your life growing up?
My what?
What can you tell us about your life growing up?
My life growing up?
Yep.
I grew up in Normandy, mostly. My parents got divorced when I was 5, 6. It's been a very bad divorce. And I lived with my father until I was 16, and then I saw my mother again. And, well, I have a brother. His name is Samuel. What can I say else? It's very difficult to speak alone like that.
All right, and the next question I was going to ask you, did you go to high school and college in the States, or did you go over in France?
Oh, in France, yes. I went to high school in France. I'm French. I went to high school and then to the university, and I went to the conservatoire, drama, Conservatoire Supérieur de Dramatique, which is, I don't know what kind of equivalent you have, this very high school of drama, like the Juilliard or something like that, the Juilliard school.
All right. Now, the next question I was going to ask you is, did you ever do any sports growing up, and were you a party animal or study nerd or in college?
Yes, well, I don't know if you consider dance as being a sport, but I practice dance a lot, classical dance. And at school, I was very good running and athletic things. I wasn't able to climb the rope. Never been able to climb the rope. But I love sports. I need to practice something, like whether it is yoga or swimming or running. I definitely need to do something with my body.
All right. Now, the next question is, how did you start your career?
How I started it? Well, as I said, I went to that school which is called the Conservatoire Supérieur de Dramatique, which is a very, very high school of drama. And after that, I started working in the theatre, a little bit in the movies and the TV, not as much as I would like to, but still. And I've always written songs, and my father used to play the guitar when I was young, so I was very into music from an early age. And so is my brother, who plays the saxo. So I went in venues, playing my music, singing my own songs, and at the same time, I was at a theatre playing other people's play, other people's productions.
Right. The next question I was going to ask you was, who influenced you to start your career, and how many years have you been doing it?
Okay, I didn't get the first part of the question.
How many years? How many years, and who influenced you?
Okay, how many years? Oh gosh, it's quite a long time now. It's more than 25 years. Mm-hmm. Yeah, something like that. And who influenced you? Who influenced me? That's the question. Well, in singing, for the music, I still do, but when I was a teenager, I loved the Beatles. I know it's not my time, the Beatles were before, but I was very much into the Beatles, and I was very, very intrigued the way they wrote songs, since there were two, mostly with Paul and John. They had to put both songs into one. You see what I mean? So I wanted to do that, writing a songs as I were too, which is completely crazy when you think of it. Why? I don't know. But I like the idea that you can have a feeling that one song could lead to several other ones. So they influenced me a lot. Some French singers you may not have heard of influenced me too. Somebody called Danielle Balavoine, but also Kate Bush, the English singer. She was absolutely incredible. And many, many others, probably. I'm forgetting just now.
All right, well, we're going to take a quick commercial break. But before we do that, I noticed you have a friend in the room with you.
Yeah.
And she's more than welcome. Actually, I would recommend her for joining us to make it more interesting and make it more fun if she would like to join you.
Okay.
But we're going to take a quick commercial break. I'm going to do a couple promotions real fast. Now, first off, now I'm holding up the paper so I know where I should edit it. Now, for people who like WooQuake.com, you go to WooQuake.com. You have about 4 to 5 different boxes you can choose. You can get all T-shirts. You get comic books. You can get toys. You can get these different things at great prices. It's a monthly charge. You can get it regularly, or you can pay it out yearly. So you do a pay once a year. So it's about like $100 a year if you want to do something like that. But it's different payments. You get different boxes, different stuff, and they will send it to you. That's WooQuake.com. Also, the other one's brought to you by Celebrity VM. For people who like Game of Thrones, Breaking Bad, Rescue Me, Star Trek, Star Wars, professional wrestling, I'm on there as well. So for people who like having to gain celebrities to endorse them, listen to them happy birthdays, I'll give you a perfect example. He come across my profile, I charge $20. So during that time you can say, hey, today's my daughter's birthday, it's my daughter's getting married, can you do a recommendation? She just made the dean's list, she did whatever, can you give us a recommendation, or can you give her a shout out? So anything you want, as long as it's not perverted and provocative, I will give that person a shout out for $20. And each celebrity, Dennis Rodman, Brooke Hogan, Melina Perez, Hulk Hogan, any big names, just go to celebrityvm.com. And the last one is for people who like Target. Target now has a deal going on from the 31st of July. That's I'm not playing Viz out. The only deals, there's 2 deals that are just for today, only for July 31st. And those 2 deals are, one day only, save 30% on all household items, meaning if you want to make a night table, a bookshelf, you get 30% off. That's in-store and online as well. And for your kids, if you like playing superheroes, you can get any superheroes outfits you want. And that is from $60. You spend $60, you save $10. And that's online only. And that's only for today. And the other deals are starting today. It's from July 31st to August 6th. It's kids back to school. You can get sneakers. You pay $50, you save $10. And I guess anything with the shirts, you pay $60. Actually, for buy one, you get 60% off. So basically, I'm just basically bustering it. And also, the Keith Andrew Network fan page. You can like my fan page. It's in the description box. You can like it, share it, comment. I'm also on YouTube. You can subscribe to my channel. And with all that being said, and towards the end, we will have your information on there as well. But going back to the talk show, does your friend want to be a part of the interview to make it more fun, more interested?
She doesn't want to.
All right.
She wasn't prepared for it.
Now, passing the show back to you, was there any subjects you want to talk about, anything you want to know, anything you want to promote, anything you want to ask me? This is your time, after all.
Yeah. Where are you?
Oh, in the U.S.
Yeah, I know, but where?
Oh, New York.
You're in New York? Where in New York?
I would say the greater Hudson Valley. You
Okay.
ever been to Woodbury Commons?
No, I haven't.
Well, Woodbury Commons, from what part of the city are you from?
In New York, you mean?
Yes.
Brooklyn.
Alright, so that's about 2 hours, 2 hours and a half going north.
All right. Okay. I'll visit that then.
No, you should. We should definitely hang out.
Yeah, sure.
Basically, Woodbury Commons is the second biggest mall in North America, and it's also a big tourist attraction. People can take a train from, let's say, Grand Central Station. I think Grand Central Station.
Uh-huh.
I'm not really good with trains. I just know there's a train from Harriman to goes down to the city. I think it stops in Hoboken. I don't know. The train's confusing.
Okay.
But basically, people just take the bus from Part Authority to Commons, and from the Commons back to Part Authority. The bus is easier.
Okay.
The train, I think, makes multiple stops. But Woodbury Commons is the second biggest mall in North America. It's basically they're continuing to get more stores. It's basically just for women, for the most part, because they have women's pants and shirts, and for guys too, they have pants and shirts and shoes. Not really a lot of toy stores, not really a lot of video game stores. But if you're interested in fashion, they have pants, and this is for men and women and children. Pants, shoes, and bags. That's really it. But they don't really have something that it's like, oh my god, I have to go there. I'm telling you, if they had an Apple store, I would be there every day. I love Apple. If they had a video game store, I would be there. If they had a movie theater, I would be there. But they don't, and it's, I don't know, it's a lot of stupid things.
Uh-huh.
I might start at one of my jobs at Under Armour, but we're playing phone tag. All that's doing is pissing me off. Basically, oh, congratulations, you're hired. Yeah, okay, when do I start? Yeah, well, we will let you know when we feel like having you work here. And I'm like, okay, you may go piss off because I can go work somewhere else. I don't know. They should have said to me, congratulations, sir. You are now hired at Under Armour. Come in, get your uniform today, and get your schedule. Instead, they say, we will message you when we feel like it, and you will start when we want you to. Yeah, that's the look on your face. It doesn't make sense.
No, it doesn't.
So it's like, do I have the job, or don't I have the job? Now, passing that to you, if someone said that to you, what would you do?
Well, I was going to ask you. Well, I would consider I don't have the job.
Right.
And I will try to go elsewhere. But why do you think they say that to you?
I don't know why they can't be like a normal person and say, come in the store, pick out your outfit, because I have to wear a Verse shirt, Under Armour shirt, Under Armour. I don't give a shit if they hire me or not. They say, come in, you have to, and it's uncensored, freedom of speech, freedom of self-expression, so you can say anything you want.
Mm-hmm.
But I really don't give a damn if I get the job, because, you know, I don't have money, so I have to charge it anyway. So I would have to come in and charge the shirt and the pants and the sneakers, so it's $100 right there that I don't have. So just add it to my bill. Number one. And number two, while I'm doing that, you can just physically just, oh, here's your schedule. Like, hey, here's your schedule. This is when you start. Okay. No, we will email you when we feel like it and when we seem to have fit. It's like, you know what? Man, I don't want the job.
No, of course not. Of course not. That's insane. It's a way of treating people. I think it's terrible. And
no, absolutely.
Sorry?
No, absolutely. I agree.
No.
It's unprofessional.
Yeah, it's. I think it's the signs of the times. I mean, things are really not good in terms of communication and taking care of people. I mean, taking care of people, it means that, like here or in my job, you see, you seldom get answer. You have to understand that no answer is a no. But sometimes no answer is even not a no. Just they didn't get the mail, they didn't get the, you see. So, and nobody takes time to really say no or yes. I mean, which is the best.
Right.
You are just left in the limbos. You see what I mean? Left, you know, and you have got to follow your way. But if you don't have a person telling you things such as they are, you're struggling, and it's not good. And it's, I think it's really something that has to change. We have to understand that we have to really pay attention to people, really, for every little thing, because every little thing matters.
You know, it's funny because when I first went for the Under Armour job, I just wanted to be a cashier. Because that seems to that's something recently I've been doing, so that's something I'm comfortable doing. And it's like, oh, well, you're going to be sales and stock, okay. And I was looking at the back room like, there's a freaking mess back here. And I didn't say it, but I was like, yeah, this is not going to work out. And I don't know, it's just... Hey, you know, my parents didn't want me working in the basically, the good thing about the Commons, it's a big mall, you get a lot of exercise, you walk around. The bad news is, it's a bunch of snobby people that basically, you know, thumb their nose down on you and say, well, if you work here, you have to work like a dog. And I turned down jobs. I turned down a couple of jobs. I turned down, Lucky Brand jeans. I turned down Levi's. I walked into Levi's. I walked around, and I was like, yeah, this is not the right fit for me. Kiwi Toys. That's the only toy store in the Commons. Never heard back. And it's just, if Woodbury Commons had a great store, and I'm telling you, I swear to God on this, if they had a great line of stores, like toy stores, video game stores, and I don't mean to bitch to you, I apologize. But if you had toy stores, video game stores, something that it's unique and fun, it stands out, and they're friendly, and then yeah, I will go. But just saying, yeah, you got the job. Okay, when do I start? Well, you start whenever I feel like sending you something. It's like, you know what? Forget it.
It's so weird. I mean, it's really so weird. It's seldom heard of. I mean, somebody tells you that you got a job, then it means you got a job and you start right away or tomorrow or in a week. But you're going to get started at some point, not just, well, let's see, I don't know, when I want.
He said to me, I'm sorry,
what?
I didn't mean to interrupt, I apologize.
No, it's fine.
He said to me, you're going to start sometime next week. I don't know when, but you're going to start sometime next week. Okay, well, it's a Sunday, and I didn't get anything, so I'm guessing I'm not working on Monday. Not a good start so far. I don't know. I don't want to work for them. I'll be honest. There's a couple of jobs I turned down. I might call them back and say I reconsidered. But it's funny. It's funny, but it's not funny. I like doing group interviews because I'm in control and I can talk to you. I talk to your friend. And, it's easier. But when I turn down a couple other interviews because they do group interviews, it's like, you know what? When you're hiring for a job, yes, I know it's competition. Say, oh, well, I'm better than this person. You're better than me because you're friends and you get all these other great things. Just trying to make you laugh. But, just saying, I don't like being... For a job, I don't like doing group interviews saying, well, I worked in so-and-so. Okay. Well, I was assistant manager. I was like, well, let's hire assistant manager over the guy who's handicapped. Because you put yourself out there. Or here's what I love. Stores that say they're hiring. And they say, we work all through the night. We work with many, many different hours, and so write down your availability. Okay, I can work 8 a.m. until 8 p.m. because I don't drive. That's one of my hand-eye coordinations, one of my disabilities. I can't even talk. I'm unable to drive because I'm handicapped, and still trying to get past that. But for the most part, hey, I don't feel comfortable behind the wheel.
Sure.
But, so I can work 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Sure, we work plenty of hours. What did I get in return? Your hours are unsatisfactory. We can't work with someone like you with your hours.
Really? Really?
It did, and it's like, that's what I said. I said, really? Didn't you just say you work with all types of hours? And it's kind of like, it's just ridiculous.
But there's not something like compulsory, something legal, saying that you have to, here again, pay attention to the different needs of people. Like, being handicapped, it is something you have got to, when you're an employer, you have got to know that, haven't you? So there is no legal thing, saying that you are entitled to choose your schedule. No?
Not really. They just basically tell them, and they basically try to accommodate. And most stores don't like hiring handicaps.
They won't?
I don't know. Some stores will, but then they will harass them. So they try not to hire handicapped people for stores, from what I've seen.
Yeah. things have to change. I mean, really, definitely, things have to change. That there must be. Well, it's not possible. The way it is, it's not possible. It's not that I'm discovering what you're telling me. I know it. But I mean, the society there must be legal. I mean, it must be legal, but it must be made legal. That is, the law should say, well, you have to employ a certain number of people, and within this number of people, some people will be handicapped, and that's it. And you have to make sure that they can work in your factory or your store, whatever it is. That is, it's another way of thinking society, anyhow.
No, but I agree with you. And then, by by war, they are authorized to interview you. They're not authorized to hire you, but they are obligated to give you a chance and to be interviewed.
Okay. Okay, but they should be. They're not obligated to hire. Well, of course they could say he's not good, she's not good. Of course they could. Of course that, but still, there's no percentage saying, well, they can't all be bad. So there must be at least 1 or 2 or 10%, or I don't know, but there must be in your store people who are handicapped. That's it. No, it's not in the law yet, or is it?
I have no idea if it is in the law or not. I know there's some stores like ShopRite hires people with disabilities. Stop and Shop hires people with disabilities. I think Target hires people with disabilities, but that's a different story. I don't know. It's I'll give you a perfect example. I worked for this company, and wrapping up anyway. When I worked for this company, I was in high school, and the fact that when I was in high school, sorry, that's why I multitask on my phone. Just trying to turn off the timer so I wouldn't go off. When I was in high school, my junior year, I got a job shadowing program. I worked with occupations. And for people who want to know what occupations is, occupations works with people who are handicapped or retarded to get a job in the world. Trying to get the words out. Trying to get. Yeah, I don't know if you can hear it. It's raining in the background, so it's one of those days.
It's raining?
Yep. Don't worry, you're going to get the rain soon, right about in an hour or so.
Okay.
So basically, occupations helps people who are handicapped, who are retarded, people who are handicapped get jobs. I apologize for saying the R word for people out there. But people who are handicapped, they help people get a job. So this job hired me. It's my very first job. And they said, oh, well, we can't hire him because we need to have him on the payroll. Just when something happens, he has to be covered, So they hired me and this other girl. And that was fine. I worked during school hours, and then when I wasn't in school, I worked on the weekends. So I was about 5 to 6. And then when from 6, I was done because I graduated, so I was fully on my own. But I still had a job coach. Occupations still have a job, and they do the job coach where they come in. I'm sorry I touched my face. It's so warm in here. Okay. So basically, job coach will come in, talk to the management, and say, is there anything he has to do, she has to do? Are you happy with his performance, her performance? So they didn't like the fact. So I guess a little birdie got up in the food chain, a corporate, said, we don't like having an outside organization looking in on what we were doing, because the store at the same time was doing underhanded things. And that's a completely other story. Yeah, but we don't like having an outside organization looking in on what we're doing, and we don't feel comfortable having this type of person in our store. So how I got sick out of it is they hired this Muslim girl, and she was suing for discrimination because she's like, I don't like Keith, he makes me uncomfortable. Well, we can't fire Keith because he's handicapped. Well, you can't, but I'm going to sue for discrimination. I'll say you're firing me because I'm a Muslim. Okay, tell you what, we're going to make you a manager. Okay, that's fine, but I still don't want to work with Keith. Okay, well, we need to make him quit on its own. So, basically, they see how we're talking now, and you would talk to your friend, oh, Keith is stalking me, Keith is doing this and doing that. Yet you would come over to me, you would start the conversation and engage with me. And then he would go in the back, Keith is stalking me, Keith is doing this, he's doing that. I would go in the back, I would get yelled at, and he'd be like, as soon as I go back on sales floor, you're right there. I can't snap my fingers, but you'd be right there. Oh, we know you have a learning disability, we're just screwing with you. We're having fun with you. Don't take it so personally. I suffer from depression and social anxiety.
Of course.
And this really brought it out to the extreme, to the point where every time I went to the Commons, I end up throwing up. First place I would go to is the bathroom and throw up, because I would have a panic attack. Sometimes in the parking lot, I wouldn't go that far. And I spent more time in the bathroom. Yeah, the good news is I was being paid, but the bad news is I was having a breakdown, having a panic attack, and I couldn't quit because my parents were saying, well, if you don't work, you can't live at home, or we're going to put you in a group home. And so I was stuck. So I was getting physically sick. I had enough. At October, I left. It took me a year to recover. And I guess in a good way is that because I got sick out of it, I created my own talk show, but at the same time, it really screwed up my health. And I don't know, that's just a long thing on its own. That could be its own episode.
Gosh, that's terrible.
No, it is. It's because you have disabilities. They think they can do whatever they want to you, and they can get away with it.
This is the world upside down, really. I'm so sorry to hear that. It's harassing. You've been harassed. It's terrible. It's of course you couldn't sue them.
I could, but because I signed it under my own free will. But then that's one thing. But then I could have said, I signed it because I didn't know what I was signing. It's a whole big thing. It's kind of like, just get up and leave. It's, in a good way, I get disability money out of it. It's number one. But and also I have something to do with my talk show. But at the same time, it really screwed up my health.
Of course.
And it's kind of like, I never worked there. And I don't know, I guess eventually my talk show would have happened either way. But I guess it's kind of pushed me in a direction to what way I was going. But like I said, it's all BS. And then that's why you go to Commons, Woodbury Commons, it's nice, but working there, I wouldn't recommend for anyone because it's high pressure, it's high school BS, you deal with stupid, backward-ass people, it's just stupid. Anyway, I might work in another store because I really don't want to work in the Commons. There's some stores I really do want to work in, but there's some stores I really don't want anything to deal with.
Of course. You have to protect yourself at some point. If you know that it's not going to be good, you're not going, well, don't go there. That's just it. Don't go there. But I'm speechless because I think it's terrible what you've been through and so unfair, incredibly cruel, just terrible.
You know, there's one thing they said about America being racist, or being about like a racist country. And you know, the sad part is it's true. Because the Americans are not just racist, they discriminate, and they like labeling people. So sometimes I think about moving to Canada, because, you know, I'm just so tired of being discriminated. But, you know, the world is a big mental asylum, big mental institution. So, you know.
True. That's true. That's so true. That's so true. But I hope...
Oh, go ahead, I'm sorry.
No, I just hope... Are you getting better? Do you feel better?
Well, this happened about 2007, 2008, so during that time. And one reason I started my talk show, to answer your question, so going on a big rant, I suffer from depression and social anxiety, and I have poor people skills. Obviously, you can tell.
Yes.
But I created my talk show, and I said, you know what, I'm going to show you being handicapped, being retarded, but I can still amount to something. You can label me whatever you want, but I can show you I can still amount to something.
Of
So
course.
this helps me with my people skill. I'll give you a perfect example. 10 years ago, this time I was in high school, and I was shy. My disability showed more, and I wouldn't be the type of person to walk up to someone. Yeah, I worked at a store and say, hey, if you need anything, here's my badge, blah, blah, blah. But I wouldn't walk up to someone, even if I liked them. 10 years later, thanks to my talk show, I walk up to anyone, I start the conversation, I introduce myself. So this really helped me, you know, open up more, to interact with people more. I'm not the same person who I was 10 years ago. And I'm constantly changing. Sometimes for the better, sometimes for the worse. But, you know, that's life.
We all do, don't we?
That's true. And I'm doing the best I can with the disability. And no one helped me with my talk show. I promote myself. I spread the word myself. I look for people myself. I use LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, Stage 32, and whatever websites you use. Actually, that's passing the show back to you in a minute. And it's just, I use everything and everything. Now, for you, what websites do you use, number one, and what websites would you recommend for me and for anyone out there who want to get themselves established?
In terms of music, I use YouTube. I mean, YouTube, you can't do without it. Otherwise, everyone is on Facebook and Twitter to establish yourself. I think those three are the major ones. And if you're in the artistic, cinematographic, or you go on Stage 32, those I know the most, the better, I would say. You have Google Plus, but it's not really working. So,
Right.
So if you want music, this is YouTube. If you want yourself or talking about something, Facebook is, I would say, nearly a loss because it's too much. The power of Facebook is too much, but it's still there.
Well, there's always LinkedIn too and Stage 32.
Yeah, that's true. Stage 32 is, but it's really more specific with Stage 32. It's really for people in the movies, mostly, really. So it's different kind of people.
They have other things. You know, For a quick description of LinkedIn, well, not LinkedIn, Stage 32, there's actors. If you're looking for actors, producers, agents, publishers, stunt people,
Sure.
this is a whole long list. And
Yeah.
I just go through the list and picking people who I like.
Yeah.
But you know, Facebook is hit and miss because you don't know who you're really talking to.
Well, that's true.
Because
That's true.
no, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I say that's true. That's true completely. Hit and miss. That's true. Actually, Facebook is much more for people that you already know, and sometimes a little bit you happen to encounter new people, but most of the time this is a network for people who already knew each other. You see what I mean?
Right. And also, I'll give you a perfect example. And how did I know I was really talking to you? You could have been like a 13-year-old. I got that a lot, and that really pissed me off. I got into this whole long conversation with someone, and it's like, okay, it was started up. It's like, yeah, I have to tell you something. Okay, you have a boyfriend? No. You have a girlfriend? No. Your agent and manager said something to you? No. Okay, what is it? I'm 13 years old. It's
Really?
Yeah, I got that a lot. That's why I don't use dating sites. I use dating sites, but I really don't like using dating sites because here's a funny story in wrapping up. There's something called PR, and I thought PR was like, for example, you have PR on your thing. You don't. I'm just saying if you did. It's like, oh, PR, real person. And I was like, okay, well, PR, now you know, look for people with PR, so you know it's a real person. But what PR really is, or RP, or whatever the hell you want to call it, real person. Basically, it's real person, PR, RP. And it's like, yeah, RP, real person. But what that really is, it's role player. Why the hell do you need role players? Why the hell do you need someone pretending to be someone? I mean, one, that's creepy.
Really?
Really? Type in Milena Perez, type in Maurice, type in any wrestlers, and there's 800 people that come up for each of them. And it says, okay, RP, real person. And it's like, no, RP, role players.
God.
It's like,
oh, God.
If someone did that to me, I would be pissed. Or if someone did that to you, you would be pissed. Because I don't want someone pretending to be me.
Oh, dear me. I would be. It's crazy. But I don't remember. I thought you contacted me through Facebook, but it was Stage 32?
Yes, I use Stage 32 too.
All right. Because we've been talking on Facebook as well, so I got mixed up. So I should use more Stage 32. You know that those networks, they take so much time out of you.
Yeah.
Really. And when you're an artist, you have got to be on those networks. But when I'm away and I have opportunity not to be on the internet anymore, it's so peaceful. I'm so happy without it. But I've got to be on it.
I'll give you a perfect example while wrapping up. Yeah, I'll pass it back to you, I promise. If it was about 10 years ago, if it was about the early 90s, I wouldn't be doing this. I would die that, when I can't do this because I want to do this until I die. This is my passion. Meeting new people, spreading the word. But if you look about 20 years ago, there's no Skype during the early 90s. There's no Skype. There's no video whatsoever. Even if there was, it was primitive. So the only way you do your own talk show is do it in person. Then you have to send the VHS copy to someone, and it's a whole big process. 10 years ago, You might know. When did Skype come out? Was it like 2007, 2006, 2008?
I don't know. I don't know at all. It's not that old. I would say no more than 10 years.
All right, so about 2006.
Yeah, something like that.
But then there would be no Skype recorder, so I would have
Oh.
to do what I was doing in the beginning. When I first started my show, I would record, see what's on the camera screen.
I see.
So what you see is what people see from the reflection. And then that was season 1. It was really bad because I would record from the phone, you're the camera, and this is what they saw. Season 2 would be from the phone, but the phone saw would record from the computer screen. That's season 2, because they didn't have Skype recorder 2013, 2014, or 15. And I think 15 they did. But when I first started, 13 and 14 they didn't have it. And so I had my camera propped up, and I was shooting the screen, so whatever the camera saw in the viewfinder, that's what the video playing. So if you go back and look at my videos, you're going to see a big difference. So now I use Skype recorders, cut in half. But 2006, there was nothing bad. So I would be stuck doing is setting up a camera, making sure you're focused. Yes. I don't care if you see me, but you should see the person who I'm talking to.
Yeah.
You couldn't do that in the 90s. 90s, you would have to do it in person, or you don't do it at all.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
Go ahead.
No, I mean, that's true. The world has changed. This is true, and this is, this is the thing. There are two sides of a coin. So one side is absolutely fantastic because you can do that kind of thing, and the other one is, as ever, with everything that is called progress, it's good to have a car because you can go further, you can go faster. But on the other hand, you have a big problem of pollution. So, you always have to think about the two things. There's an advantage and a disadvantage in the same thing. So I think Skype is fantastic because when you wanted to call somebody who was very far away from you, it would cost a lot of money. And today, you're just talking to people at the other part of the world, and then it's free. So it's crazy.
No, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, you did mention global warming, but I just want to point out that there's always been global warming, and there's always been pollution. Even before humans, you had the dinosaurs that were farting up the place, and they're leaving their shit everywhere. You had the Ice Age of elephants doing the same exact thing. You have cavemen doing the same thing. And so basically, the point is, there's 65 billion years, there's always been pollution. It gets hot, then it gets cold.
No, that's true. It's been changing all the time. The thing is that now it's accelerating, it's speeding, it's really speeding up.
Right.
And it's really because of mankind, really. Because all we think of is profit. So we think about money and money and money. And this is, here again, the other side of the coin. You see, progress is something, but in the end, what you want to leave, what you want to do, so many questions are not being addressed, really. I mean, once in a while. Now they are being addressed because there are these elections coming up, but by the way, what do you think about the elections?
Well, wrapping up, this would be our last subject.
Campaign.
Well, wrapping up, this would be our last subject.
I know.
I guess I like Trump, but he says a lot of stupid shit. Yeah, I have no filter, so I just wear whatever's on my mind. He says a lot of stupid things. Hillary, I hate Hillary. She's a two-faced phony. She's a con artist. But, you know, it's better to go with the devil you know than the devil you don't know. Because you don't know.
Hear that. I didn't hear that. There was a problem on the line.
Oh, it's better to go with the devil you know than the devil you don't know.
So which devil you know?
I guess I'd go with Hillary. I like Trump, but you really don't know what he's going to do.
You like Trump?
What about you?
What about me? I liked Bernie Sanders. And now, well, I'm not voting so in the US, so I just look at it and I just think the world is getting really crazy.
It is.
Yeah. But I think it's serious. I think things are happening. It's really serious. And you know what? I would have never thought that in my lifetime I would think about war. Because we're supposed to be the children of the peace. I mean, of peace, but of the peace, if you see what I mean. And no war after the last one, World War II.
Well, we are in war.
I know we are. But the war was always away from us. And the way it is going, just, I really wonder why it is going that way. I've got answers, but it would be too long right now.
Oh, would you want to give us the answers?
It would be too long. You know, I have some answers of why it is going to that way. I really believe that a war is very necessary for the system to work.
Right.
Because this is excellent. People are dying, so jobs will be available. This is what happens. I mean, after wars, this is what always happened after a war. I mean, there's been a period of full employment. So wars have been necessary all along. You know, this is terrible.
It's true. Well, wrapping up, how can people follow you on social media? Are you on Stage 32, LinkedIn, Twitter?
And YouTube, if you want to hear me singing, if you want to hear my songs, you go on YouTube. And if you want to talk to me or write to me, I have a website as well. And you can see all of what I do, or not all of it, but, you know, my website, this is my name, Yasmine.Modestine.
Right, well, wrapping up the interview segments, stay tuned for after the show. I have a couple questions for you. But wrapping up the interview segment, it was a real honor and privilege to have you as a guest.
Thank you very much, Keith. It was really nice talking to you.